Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your match review for Lille 1, Chelsea 2, through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And this is why there's a smile on my face, and I'm sure a smile on all your faces, because at one point during this game it looked like it was going to get tight, it looked like it was going to get cagey, it looked like it might even get a little bit worried. A little bit of worry seeping in, the fact that we went 1-0 down and you never know what to expect after that. But all came good in the end, and we find ourselves in the quarterfinal draw this Friday, where we get to repeat what we went through last year. I'll get to that very shortly. Before I do though, I want to let you know this video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. Make sure you hit that link in the description for all of your footballing needs, to do with the latest, to do with all the news in and around Chelsea Football Club, the owners, potential owners, bids here, bids there, who's in, who's out, whatever. You'll find it there. All the fixtures, results, latest stats, team stats, player stats, you'll find all there. So make sure you download the link, hit that description below. Make sure you hit that link and download the OneFootball app now. Enjoy, just like I do. Now, let's get into this, because now we find ourselves in the quarterfinal draw. On Friday, we will be there. And it brings back memories of last season. Because last season, we were in that quarterfinal draw. And you guys remember how it all went down. We were hoping to get one certain team. And then we did. And then we were hoping that we would get a route through the semi-final. And then we did. We get to find out if we get the same luck on Friday. And in terms of the quarterfinalists that are there, it's very, very tasty, and it's very, very difficult. And I'll get to all of that after I give you my thoughts on Lille 1, Chelsea 2, which started off with obviously Chelsea having a 2-0 lead on aggregate. So technically half-time, Chelsea 2 goals up. We started off with Edouard Mendy in goal. We went with a 3-5-2. Christian, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Alonso and Aspie at wing-backs. We had a midfield 3 in the middle of Jorginho, Kante and Kovacic, and a 2 up top of Havertz and Pulisic. So quite a little bit more defensive, a little bit more reserved, trying to contain, trying to close those spaces down and not allow Lille through. Funnily enough, just like it did against Manchester City, it had the same effect in terms of actually allowing Lille to have more of the ball and actually create some chances and get through, which wasn't what we expected to happen, because we played in that manner in order to try and prevent Lille from being able to combine and get combinations off and get through and create chances. Despite Lille for the first, half an hour, not really doing much in terms of chance creation, they did find themselves going forward quite a lot. To the point where we got to a stage, Christensen had to come off, because I think he's picked up some sort of hamstring injury, or I don't know, some sort of muscular injury that Christensen picked up. Chalobah came on, and I said it on my watch along. As soon as he was coming on, I was like, look, I don't want to see a mistake from him. Yeah, we've seen mistakes for the past 4 or 5 games from him. Each game there's been one mistake, including the last game where we saw the shirt pull, almost giving away a penalty. What happens? He comes on 20 seconds later, he's pulling someone's shirt, he gives away a free kick, he gets a yellow card. That free kick then leads to the penalty decision, which then goes to VAR, Jorginho giving the little handball, which was unintentional, but it's still a handball. If his hands are close to his body and it hits him, he can't do anything. But the fact that his arms were out, at least a little bit. And yes, it was a natural movement that he was making, bringing his arms back down. But as he was doing that, he's hit the ball. If it was the other way around, we'd be screaming for handball. So I get it. I get why a penalty was given, but I look at Chalobah. I go, why are you pulling the geezer's shirt? I mean, is he that desperate for us to get rid of 3 on the front that he's trying to rob other team shirts now or something? Is that what's going on? Because if not, he might have to start playing with oven mitts, as someone on my watch along said very correctly. That way he can stop grabbing, because right now it's getting a bit mad. But they get a penalty. Yilmaz manages to convert 1-0 to Lille, and that's where it started to get a little bit worrying, because at that point Lille just needed get one more goal, and they did come out all guns blazing immediately afterwards. However, not long after they scored that goal, we get our equalizer. We get our equalizer, and it's a fantastic ball in from Jorginho, who was having a little bit of a, you could say, a bad game up until that point, where defensively he looked exposed. Offensively, you know what he's about, but defensively he looked like he was getting found out. But he has one chance in order to supply a through ball into Pulisic, and he does that straight into Pulisic's path. Pulisic into the bottom corner, and Pulisic is showing some good form now. We've seen Havertz immediately after Ziyech. Havertz is now killing it. We saw Pulisic start to provide a couple of assists, get a goal here and there. We saw it against Lille in the first leg. We saw it happen a couple of games ago, and now it's happened again tonight. Pulisic is starting to build up some rhythm, and this is what we need. We need rhythm. We need consistency. I've been screaming for this, and now we're getting it. We're getting it. Fantastic. So we go in at the break at half-time, having just scored an equalizer. Psychological edge. We come out for the second half. There's a change when Mason Mount comes on for Kovacic. Mason Mount manages to go a little bit more offensive. It looks like we revert back to type, which is the correct thing to do. Thomas Tuchel nailed that as far as I'm concerned, because having that midfield free, I think I get why he done it. And I understand what the logic was, because if you're defending a result, well, cool. Pack the bodies, you stop your opposition from playing. But with us, it had the opposite effect. It not only allowed them to have more of the ball, but it kind of limited our time on the ball and us being able to dictate the game. So we went back to type, and then we started to look like our old selves again. Mason Mount with the assist, though. Ball on the left-hand side. We get that second goal. Mason Mount on the left. He provides a ball in. It goes flying across the box. Azpilicueta comes in, hits it with his knee. I'll take it. Top corner. Fantastic. 2-1. Thank you very much. And Chelsea managed to see the result through. Could have ended up with a possible another goal with Alonso coming into the end of the game. Could have buried that. Some would say if it was Ben Chilwell, he probably would have scored it. Unlucky. But most important thing, after that second goal was scored, 4-1 on aggregate. We're through to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Happy days. Happy days. As for Lille, loads of promise in the first half. They showed that grit, determination, didn't have enough left in the tank, as far as I'm concerned. We saw the injuries that started happening in terms of players, pulling up with all sorts of muscular issues. It took quite its toll from some of those Lille players. Botman going down with a pulled glute. Is that the correct way of saying it in terms of a scientific way? Or some would just say he just destroyed his butt or buttock. But anyway, happy days. Chelsea in the quarterfinal for Friday's draw, for the quarterfinal draw. And now we have to look, who can we potentially face? This is where it gets tasty, because now anyone can face anyone. Even if it's the same country, anyone can face anyone. So when you look at the 8 teams that have qualified to the quarterfinal of the Champions League, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal and Chelsea. Villarreal, who knocked out Juventus by scoring 3 in Turin tonight. 2 penalties, we have to say that, but still, 3-0 away at Juve. Immense. Unai Emery doing big things over there. So I know some people are going to say, just like last year where we were screaming, let's get Porto, let's get Porto. Yes, on paper, you'd look at this and go, give us Benfica or Villarreal, and we'll take it all day long. But those won't be easy. Just like Porto last year wasn't easy, those won't be easy. But yes, they are the best of the teams that we have available to us, for sure. In terms of what would be best for us, by the way. Not the best out of all the teams I've just read. But we would take it. However, I do want to warn. As an old proverb, it's not every single day that's your wedding day. It's not every single day that things are going to be exactly how you want it to be. So on Friday, we might get Bayern Munich. We might get Real Madrid again, even though last season we dealt with them. Maybe we might deal with them this season, although they're looking good. We might get Man City. We might get Liverpool. It's gonna get tough. It's gonna get tough. We might even get Atletico. So in terms of these tough teams, whoever comes, we're gonna have to deal with. And the one thing that we have to remember is that this time, in terms of the quarterfinal onwards, we won't be having any supporters in the grounds at all, because we can't sell any tickets. So we'll be playing behind closed doors, basically, which won't be the same. It's not going to be the same unless if Chelsea can get an owner in very quickly, get that approved, get the turnover going in terms of, or the shifted over from Roman to whoever the new owner is going to be, right? And then after that, if they lift everything, we might start selling tickets if we can advance into the semi-finals. But up until that point, right now, as it stands, we'll be playing behind closed doors. So we'll see how that all pans out. But happy days. We are in the last 8 of the Champions League. We are going in as European champions, as world champions, and we're looking to retain our European title. Can we do it? We'll see who we get on Friday. I will try and get you guys on I'll get you guys to make sure that you get a reaction to the draw, as we will be watching that live, and I will try and get a little live stream going on here for that. Just like last season. You remember how it all went. It's there. It's on the channel. You can go back and watch it and see exactly what I said. Will I repeat the same thing, or will I be a bit worried? We'll find out on Friday. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Leave me your thoughts below in the comment section below about tonight's game and about going into Friday's draw. How do you see it going? Who would you want? Who would you want to avoid? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. I will see all of you tomorrow. I will try and get a video out for you tomorrow. Time might be a little tight, so if it's a little late, don't be surprised, because tomorrow I am busy. But I will try and get a video, even if it's late for you. If not Friday, 100%. So I will see all of you either tomorrow or Friday. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, people. Have a good one. See you then. Take care and peace.